Hey Sagittarius, I need to pull cards for you right now because the energy coming through is honestly making my hands shake a little bit. This situation you are in. This whole dynamic with this karmic person and what they have been hiding from you while someone in their family is dealing with health issues. And then there is this other person. This she who keeps trying to use him, but cannot seem to make anything work without your energy being involved somehow. Let me just shuffle these cards and see what the universe wants you to know about all of this. Okay, so the first card I am pulling here is the Three of Pentacles, and this is already telling me so much about what has been happening behind the scenes. This card is all about collaboration, teamwork, skilled work, and recognition for your contributions. But here is what I am seeing in your specific situation. You have been the one doing the actual work in some dynamic. Whether that was emotional labor, creative energy, spiritual lifting, or even practical support. You were building something, contributing something real and tangible. And people recognized your value even if they did not always say it out loud. The Three of Pentacles is showing me that you brought a level of mastery and dedication to whatever this connection was. But here is where it gets interesting. This karmic person, they knew what you brought to the table. They knew your worth. They knew that things functioned better, felt better, looked better when you were involved. And now that energy is missing from their life, and they are scrambling because turns out you cannot just replace someone who was actually holding things together with genuine skill and heart. The energy I am getting is that this person is hiding what they did to you because they know it was wrong. They know they took advantage of your generous spirit, your willingness to show up, your actual talents and gifts. And now with this family health situation happening, they are probably feeling all kinds of guilt and karma catching up with them. But they are still not being honest about what went down between you two. The Three of Pentacles is also telling me about this other woman. This she person who is in the picture. She is trying to step into a role or dynamic that requires your specific energy signature, and it is just not working. You know how sometimes you see someone try to copy another person's work but they do not have the foundation or the real understanding, so it just falls flat? That is what is happening here. She can see the blueprint of what you created or contributed. But she does not have your essence, your genuine care, your actual ability to make things work on that level. Let me pull the next card because there is more the universe wants to reveal about this situation. I am getting the Three of Wands, and listen, this card is so powerful for where you are right now. The Three of Wands is about expansion, looking toward the horizon, waiting for your ships to come in, having set things in motion that will pay off. This tells me that while this karmic person is stuck in their mess and their secrets and their family drama, you are actually positioned for something so much bigger and better. The figure in the Three of Wands stands looking out over the water, watching and waiting with confidence because they know they did the work, they know they planted the right seeds, they know their investments of time and energy were sound. That is you right now, Sagittarius. You are moving beyond this whole tangled situation, and there are opportunities, connections, and blessings coming toward you that have nothing to do with this karmic mess. What strikes me about this card in your reading is the element of patience combined with assured expectation. You are not desperately hoping things work out. You know they will, because you have been operating from a place of integrity and genuine effort. Meanwhile, this person who wronged you and is hiding it, they are not expanding, they are contracting. They are dealing with the consequences of their choices, including this family illness, which honestly feels like the universe saying, hey, it is time to face some truths and maybe reevaluate how you have been treating people. And this woman who is trying to use him without your energy, she is finding out that you cannot fake the kind of authentic power and presence that you naturally bring. The Three of Wands is also about commerce and trade, and I am getting that there was something transactional that happened, like your energy was being used in some way. Maybe to prop up this person's image, maybe to make their life work better, maybe even in some financial or material sense. And they thought they could just transfer that arrangement to someone else, but the universe does not work like that. Okay, I am pulling the third card now and I got Temperance. Oh, this is significant. Temperance is the card of balance, healing, alchemy, patience, and divine timing. After the active energy of those first two cards, Temperance is showing me the spiritual level of what is happening here. This whole situation is teaching you about balance and what it means to truly mix your energy with others in a healthy way versus letting people drain you or misuse what you bring. Temperance is an angel, a divine being, and she is carefully pouring water between 2 cups, mixing and blending with intention and care. This tells me that you have learned something profound about how to share yourself, how to give, how to collaborate, and most importantly, where your boundaries need to be. You are being healed from whatever imbalanced dynamic you were in with this karmic person. The family illness situation that is happening, as difficult as it is, this is actually part of a larger rebalancing of karma and energy. I do not wish illness on anyone, but sometimes the universe has to create circumstances that force people to slow down, reflect, and face the consequences of how they have been living and treating others. Temperance is telling me this person is being forced into a period of patience and reflection whether they want it or not. They cannot keep moving at the same pace, hiding the same things, maintaining the same lies. Everything is slowing down for them, and truth is going to come out in that slowness. And regarding this woman who is trying to use him without your energy, Temperance is showing me she is finding out there is no quick fix, no instant solution, no way to fake the kind of balanced and genuine connection that you naturally created. She might be trying all kinds of strategies and manipulations, but Temperance says the universe will only support what is truly balanced and aligned. What she is attempting is neither, so it will not hold. I am also getting that Temperance is about you learning to blend your fire energy as a Sagittarius with more water energy, more emotional intelligence, more intuitive knowing about who deserves your time and talents. You are becoming someone who is wise about where you pour yourself, and that is going to change everything for you moving forward. The 4th card coming through is the 8 of Pentacles, and this is making me smile a little because it is another Pentacles card about work and mastery. The universe is really emphasizing the work and skill aspect of your situation. The 8 of Pentacles shows someone bent over their workbench, completely focused on perfecting their craft, making each pentacle with care and dedication. This was you in whatever this dynamic was. You were the one actually putting in the work, honing your skills, showing up consistently, making things better through your genuine effort and attention to detail. And this karmic person, they benefited from that immensely, but they did not value it properly. They took it for granted, or worse, they actively betrayed someone who was showing up with that level of dedication. What I am seeing is that while they are dealing with their family health crisis and trying to hide what they did to you, you are actually continuing to develop yourself, your skills, your craft, whatever it is you do in the world. The 8 of Pentacles is telling me you are moving into a phase of even greater mastery and recognition for your work. And that person who is trying to take your place or use this person in the same way, she does not have your work ethic. She does not have your dedication. She is probably looking for shortcuts or trying to get results without putting in the actual work that you did. The 8 of Pentacles says that does not fly with the universe. Real results come from real effort and genuine skill development. There is also something here about apprenticeship and learning. You learned something valuable from this whole situation, even though it was painful. You learned who you are when you are truly committed to something or someone. You learned what your work and energy are worth. You learned that not everyone deserves access to your skills and talents. These are lessons that will serve you for the rest of your life. And they are making you into someone who is unshakable in their sense of self-worth and capability. Let me pull the 5th card because we are halfway through and the energy is building. I am getting the 5 of Cups, and okay, this makes so much sense for what you have been feeling. The 5 of Cups is the card of loss, grief, disappointment, and focusing on what went wrong instead of what is still good. This tells me that you have been grieving this situation, mourning what you thought this connection was or could have been, feeling the weight of betrayal and hidden agendas. The figure in the 5 of Cups is looking down at 3 spilled cups, not seeing the 2 full cups still standing behind them. This is about the emotional processing you have been doing around what this karmic person did to you and how they are hiding it now. But here is what the 5 of Cups wants you to understand. Yes, something was lost. Yes, something was spilled and wasted. Yes, this person did not treat you right and now they are covering it up while dealing with their own karmic consequences through this family illness. But you still have so much. You still have your integrity, your gifts, your energy, your future, your ability to create genuine connections with people who will actually value you. The 5 of Cups is a turning point card. It is about that moment when you finally turn around and see what you still have instead of staying fixated on what is gone. and thinking about this other woman trying to use him without your energy. Maybe she has been gloating or thinking she won something, but the Five of Cups is showing me that what she actually got is those 3 spilled cups, the mess, the dysfunction, the karmic debt, the situations that do not work because they were never built on real foundation. She did not win anything. She stepped into a situation that requires your energy to function, and guess what? Your energy is not there anymore and cannot be replicated. So she is probably discovering that what looked shiny from the outside is actually a lot of work and problems on the inside. The 6th card is coming through strong, and it is the Page of Swords. Now this is interesting because we are moving from that emotional 5 of Cups grief into the mental clarity and truth energy of the Swords suit. The Page of Swords is curious, investigative, truth-seeking, sometimes a bit suspicious, but usually for good reason. This card is telling me that information is going to come to light. The things this karmic person has been hiding about what they did to you, those secrets have an expiration date. Pages are messengers, and the Page of Swords specifically is about mental energy, communication, revealed secrets, and unexpected news. I'm getting that someone might actually tell you something, or you might discover something, or circumstances might reveal the truth in a way that cannot be denied anymore. This person thought they could keep hiding what they did, especially while their family is dealing with this health issue, and maybe that is creating some kind of protective cover, like nobody wants to confront them during a difficult time. But the Page of Swords does not care about convenient timing. Truth has its own timeline, and it is coming out. This card also represents a younger energy or someone who is quick-minded and direct. And I am wondering if someone in this person's life, maybe even a younger family member or mutual friend, is starting to see through the lies, and might be the one who ends up revealing things. Regarding the woman trying to use him without your energy, the Page of Swords suggests she is going to find out that you cannot build anything real on deception and using people. She might think she is being clever, but pages can also represent immaturity and lack of real strategy. She has tactics but not wisdom. She has moves but not genuine connection. And the truth of that is going to become very obvious to everyone watching this situation unfold. The 7th card I am pulling is the Tower, and listen. I need you to take a deep breath because this is major. The Tower is the card of sudden change, revelations, structures collapsing, truth explosions, things that seemed solid suddenly showing they were built on unstable foundations. Everything we have been talking about with this karmic person hiding what they did, their family health situation, this woman trying to use someone without your energy, all of it is building toward a tower moment. Something is going to collapse. A lie is going to be exposed. A structure that seemed stable is going to show its cracks. This could be a relationship, a living situation, a false image someone has been maintaining, a dynamic that only worked because nobody was questioning it. The Tower often looks scary in readings, but honestly, it is one of the most liberating cards, because it clears out what is false, so that something true can be built. You do not want to be involved with someone who is hiding what they did to you. You do not want your energy being used to prop up dysfunctional situations. You do not want to be part of systems that only work through deception and manipulation. The Tower is clearing all of that out, and while it might be dramatic and sudden, it is ultimately for you even if it does not feel comfortable to watch. I am getting specifically that this family illness might be the catalyst for a larger Tower moment. Sometimes when families face health crises, it forces everyone to confront truths they have been avoiding. Old resentments come up. Hidden issues surface. People start asking questions they did not ask before. And in that environment of vulnerability and crisis, lies become harder to maintain. This karmic person might find that they cannot keep hiding what they did to you, because the pressure of everything else happening is making it impossible to maintain all their carefully constructed facades. And this woman who has been trying to use this person without your energy, she is probably going to discover that what she thought was a stable situation is actually a house of cards. When the Tower comes, everyone finds out what was real and what was illusion. She is betting on an illusion. The 8th card is the 9 of Cups, and this card makes me want to celebrate for you because this is called the wish fulfillment card. After the Tower clears out what is false and unstable, the 9 of Cups shows what comes next for you personally. This is about emotional satisfaction, getting what you truly want, feeling fulfilled on a soul level, having your wishes granted by the universe. The figure in the 9 of Cups sits with their arms crossed. and a satisfied smile, with 9 cups displayed behind them like trophies or achievements. This is you, after you fully detach from this karmic situation and all its drama. The 9 of Cups is telling me that while this person deals with their karma, their family issues, their hidden guilt, and while this woman discovers she cannot make anything work without your energy, you are going to be experiencing genuine happiness and fulfillment. You are going to get things you have been wishing for. You are going to feel emotionally complete and satisfied in ways that have nothing to do with these people or this situation. This card often appears when someone is about to enter a phase of their life where they feel genuinely content and blessed. You have been through the grief of the 5 of Cups, you are going through the truth revelations of the Page of Swords and the Tower, and on the other side of all that is the 9 of Cups waiting for you. What strikes me about this card in your reading is that your wishes and fulfillment are not dependent on this karmic person apologizing or admitting what they did. Your happiness is not dependent on that other woman failing in her attempts to replace you. Your emotional satisfaction is coming from your own alignment with the universe, your own growth, your own choices to honor yourself and walk away from dynamics that do not serve you. The 9 of Cups is independent joy. It is self-sourced contentment. It is the universe saying you did the work, you learned the lessons, you chose yourself, and now here are the rewards. The 9th card coming through is the 3 of Swords, and I know this might seem like a step backward after that beautiful 9 of Cups. But stay with me because this card is here for a specific reason. The 3 of Swords is the Heartbreak card. 3 swords pierce a heart, usually shown in the rain or stormy weather. This represents the pain of betrayal, the hurt of deception, the grief of realizing someone you cared about was not who you thought they were. This card is validating that what you experienced was heartbreak. What this karmic person did to you and is now hiding, that did hurt you deeply. This is not something small or insignificant that you should just get over quickly. But here is why this card appears so late in your reading. After cards about your mastery, your future expansion, your wish fulfillment, the 3 of Swords is here to acknowledge your pain so that you can release it. Sometimes we need the universe to witness our hurt and say yes, that was real, that mattered, that was significant pain. Only then can we truly let it go. This card is telling me that part of your healing journey involves fully feeling and acknowledging how much this situation hurt you. The betrayal was real. The deception cut deep. The fact that they are hiding what they did adds another layer of pain because it denies you even the validation of acknowledgement. Regarding the family illness situation, I am getting that there might be some 3 of Swords energy around that as well. Health crises are inherently heartbreaking for families. And sometimes they reveal or deepen existing heartbreaks and betrayals within family systems. This might be stirring up old wounds for everyone involved, making it even harder for this karmic person to keep hiding things because everything is so emotionally raw and exposed right now. And this woman trying to use him without your energy, she might be discovering her own 3 of Swords moments as she realizes she cannot create what you created, she cannot fill the space you occupied. She cannot make this work no matter how much she tries. The 10th and final card I am pulling for you is the 10 of Cups, and I could literally cry because this is the most beautiful ending to your reading. The 10 of Cups is the card of emotional fulfillment, happy family, true love, lasting harmony, rainbow blessings, genuine connection, and emotional abundance. After everything you have been through, after all the heartbreak and deception and grief, the universe is showing you that true emotional fulfillment is coming. Not the fake stuff, not the manipulative dynamics, not the relationships where people hide what they did and use your energy without honoring you. Real, genuine, abundant love and happiness. The 10 of Cups often shows a couple with their arms raised in celebration, with children nearby and a rainbow of cups arching over them in the sky above their home. This is about finding or creating your true soul family, your real tribe, the people who will honor and cherish what you bring. This is about building a life where you do not have to wonder if people are hiding things from you or using your energy. Everything is out in the open. Everything is reciprocal. Everything is blessed by the universe. While this karmic person deals with the consequences of their deception and their family crisis, while this woman discovers she cannot replicate what you naturally created, you are walking toward the 10 of Cups. You are walking toward the kind of emotional abundance and genuine happiness that can only come when you refuse to settle for less than you deserve. The 10 of Cups is also telling me that your energy, the energy this woman cannot access or use, That energy is actually sacred. It is meant for sacred connections, holy unions, genuine love. When you were giving that energy in a situation where it was not valued or where someone was hiding what they did to you, you were casting pearls before swine, as they say. But now you are learning to reserve that precious energy for people and situations that match its value. The Ten of Cups is your future, Sagittarius. Not sometime in the distant future, but the actual trajectory you are on right now as you release these karmic entanglements and step into your power. So let me bring this all together for you, because the story these cards are telling is so clear and honestly so beautiful, despite the painful parts. You were involved in some kind of dynamic where you brought real skill, genuine work, and authentic collaborative energy through the Three of Pentacles. You were the one actually doing something valuable and everyone knew it. This karmic person took advantage of that, did something to betray or wrong you, and is now hiding what they did even as their family faces a health crisis. Meanwhile, there is this other woman who saw what you created or contributed and thought she could step into that role and use this person in the same way. But she is discovering that she cannot function without your specific energy because what you brought was genuine and cannot be replicated by someone operating from manipulation or deception. The Three of Wands shows you are already moving beyond this situation into expansion and opportunity. You are not stuck in their drama. Temperance came through to show you the healing and rebalancing happening on a spiritual level, and how this whole situation has taught you profound lessons about boundaries and where you pour your sacred energy. The Eight of Pentacles confirms you are continuing to develop your mastery and skills regardless of this situation, and the universe recognizes and will reward your genuine work ethic and dedication. The Five of Cups acknowledged your grief and loss but reminded you that so much still remains for you, so much is still intact and valuable in your life. The Page of Swords told you that truth is coming to light, information will be revealed, the things being hidden have an expiration date. The Tower showed that structures built on lies and deception are going to collapse, possibly catalyzed by this family health situation, and while that might be dramatic, it is ultimately clearing the way for what is real and true. The Nine of Cups promised you that your happiness and wish fulfillment are coming independent of this karmic situation, that you are walking toward genuine emotional satisfaction. The Three of Swords validated that yes, this hurt deeply and your pain matters and deserves to be acknowledged before it can be released. And finally, the Ten of Cups, that gorgeous rainbow blessing of a card, showed you the actual destination you are heading toward, which is true emotional fulfillment, genuine love, sacred connections, and the kind of happiness that comes from being valued and honored for exactly who you are. This karmic person cannot hide forever. Their family situation is creating pressure that makes lies harder to maintain. This woman cannot use someone effectively without your energy because your energy is yours, and it was never meant for that dynamic anyway. And you, beautiful Sagittarius, you are being lifted up and out of this entire mess into something so much better. Trust the process. Honor your healing. Know your worth. The universe has your back. Do any of you feel this energy? Can you sense how the truth always comes out eventually and how the universe protects us even when we cannot see it happening? I would love to hear your thoughts on this reading.